Hey, everybody. I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report, and I'm so excited to welcome Dustin Tavella from America's Got Talent to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. Dustin, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm great. How are you, Hillary?
Great. Thank you so much for being with me today. Your
No problem.
performance on AGT's premiere was really incredibly well executed,
Thank you.
involving all the judges and host Terry Crews. How did you prepare for such a complicated audition?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, I actually have only like recently got back into magic, and so it's funny because the way that this performance started, it was nothing like what you saw on TV. It was a lot smaller of a thing, and over time, just kind of kept adding to it, adding more layers, trying to figure out more surprises. I wanted to make it super personal. And one thing actually that's really important to my wife and I too is we do a lot of work with other people, and we've always found it very important to try and make an impact in our community. And as much as I love America's Got Talent, and it's like, you're showing off your skills, you're showing off your talent, I didn't want it to feel like it was just about me.
Yeah.
And so I was super committed to somehow wanting to make sure we honored Xander's birth mom as well. And so, just trying to tie in all these elements, and it kind of kept growing and growing and growing into, what it was on the show. Which was great. I was super excited about it because it was just all this preparation and all this tweaking.
My wife and I, we're not the heroes of this story. The real hero of this story, and the person that I want to honor, is the woman who made the hardest decision that any mother could ever have to make. Decision to change the course of a little boy's future, no matter what it cost her. Terry, can you tell me what inspiring word did you pick? Power. Power. Terry, if you scroll down to that last picture, you'll see Xander's birth mom, Zoe, holding a sign that says power.
I got off the stage afterwards, and then I was a little bit scared because I'm like, well, what am I going to do next? I just put like everything that I had into this one performance. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, we'd all like to believe in magic, and we actually saw it during your audition. But how did you feel when Sofia Vergara said it was mesmerizing, and then all four of the judges voted for you?
Yeah, it was. I was just so incredibly encouraged. Like I said, I've only recently got back into the magic stuff, and so I put all my attention, all my energy, all my focus into this one thing. I've just come to love performing magic, and so hearing a response from people of that caliber, knowing that they loved it, knowing that they were into it, knowing that they were moved by it, and that more than anything, like you said, they were mesmerized and they were dumbfounded. Like these are the things I almost didn't know what to say, and even still now. It's only been a short time since even watching it back, and I feel like I'm still processing everything that's happened.
Terry, can you read out loud what's written on that box?
It says, on February 21st, 2020, Judge Smith made Dustin and Carrie mommy and daddy.
February 21st, Judge Smith. So look, when we walked in the door and we took this picture, taken at a very special moment in time. This was Xander's first moment home as an official member of our family. If you notice, there's a clock in the background that captured the time of this exact moment. Simon, for the first time, can you show everybody what time you wrote down? 7:04? Terry, can you zoom in and tell me what time is it in that picture?
I have goosebumps.
Oh my goodness. It is 7:04. That's amazing.
Thank you guys.
Well, it was, so incredible to watch because it wasn't just simply magic. It was so heartwarming because it was about adopting your son and what you guys went through, and then the photos that you sent Terry. It just, gosh, what has your family said about all this? What's their reaction been?
Yeah, so it was really cool because one thing is I'm really bad at like explaining magic ideas that I have. And so this whole time, I've been talking to my parents about this idea that I had for this performance and, trying to explain what I did and, trying to explain it. And so still they had no idea. I don't know why. I'm super ADHD. I have a hard time just articulating stuff when I have creative ideas. But they were all here when we got to watch it. So my parents came from Pennsylvania to watch it. My wife's mother, and then her stepdad's actually coming today, but we got to do like a little Zoom call with him as well. So we all got to watch it together for the first time, and it was just awesome seeing their responses as well. I think that they were super, super proud, and it was like, for me, it was really satisfying because it's like, this is what I've been trying to explain to you guys this whole time. But I think it was really fun just getting to see them watch it and watching their emotions well up because, of course, it's their grandson. And so getting to see him on TV and all that, it was just really a cool experience to do all together.
Wow, that's so great to hear. And your son is absolutely adorable, of course.
Thank you.
Dustin, in addition to being a magician, you're also a musician.
Yeah,
So,
my wife just says musician because it kind of just makes it easier. Just puts it all into one word, musician.
okay, I think maybe that's what stumbled out of my mouth.
Yeah. It kind of happens on accident, so you might as well just go with it.
Yeah, let's make up some new words. But
Yeah.
Tell us about other aspects of your career.
Yeah, so when I was like really young, I started out doing, well, I've always just loved entertainment in general. Growing up, my parents were DJs, and so I was surrounded by music. They were always out like DJing parties and weddings, and so I was exposed to this at a young age. MTV was always on, and so I always loved music and I always loved magic. And when I was young, magic was a big part of my life. I'm like 6, 7, 8 years old trying to learn magic tricks. My grandparents would take us to Atlantic City to see magic shows, and I loved it. But once I kind of started learning music when I was younger too, I had an uncle who gave me a drum set. And I first learned drums and I fell in love, like absolutely in love with it. Eventually got a guitar, learned guitar and just loved it. And so magic kind of went on the back burner for a long time through my childhood and, through high school and stuff like that. And then even after high school, I pursued a music career and I did a lot of music stuff, got to work with some incredible people. And I had some really amazing opportunities, as I was doing the music stuff, both for myself. I was a recording artist and then also produced music and wrote music for other artists as well. But I don't know. I always kind of felt like there was something missing because my wife and I both are super passionate about connecting with people, impacting communities, telling stories and stuff. And as much as music communicates that, I would find sometimes I'd go into places and I'd be playing a song and I'd be talking about what the song is about. And people are just like, just play the song, just sing the song. Like they don't want to hear you talking, But with magic, there's so much more of an element of storytelling in it. And so I think that's why I transitioned back, was because it's so much more interactive and I love it so much.
What else do you hope to achieve during this season of AGT?
What helped me achieve it?
No, what do you hope to achieve?
Oh, what I hope to achieve
during the rest of the season? You've already achieved a lot.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I think the one thing that has been so great is this has challenged me so much as a performer to really kind of step up my game and to kind of take myself more serious because when you're on a stage like America's Got Talent, I mean, I'm coming in after a lot of amazing magicians that have been on that show. Like some of my favorite performers I've seen on there, and I feel like I'm under their shadow a little bit. I'm trying to get on their level. And so one thing is I definitely want to achieve just a new level of greatness. I think just as a performer in my excellence in the way that I kind of go before people and present this stuff to them. But another thing, as we go on, I definitely would love for this to be something that helps grow just even my career because right now my wife and I, we just kind of live in this small apartment, but we would love to just have a huge house where we can adopt a ton more kids. We're super passionate about adoption, obviously, as you saw. Yeah. And we just picture someday having a house where we can just rescue kids from everywhere and would just love to have a safe space for kids who need it, So that's definitely a goal someday, is just, I don't know, it's just have a huge like hotel of people who need love.
I love it, Dustin. I know you've got to get back to your family, but we're wrapping up our happy hour.
I didn't even mean to do that.
So I wanted to propose a toast to you and your continued success on AGT. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Awesome. Most definitely. Thank you, Hillary. I appreciate it. It was awesome being here.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.